Welcome back to 2.5 Losers. I'm Scorch, or Tyler.
I'm Brody, or Knockout Doggo.
And today our guest is our resident potato, also known as Callum, also known as McSpuddington, also known as McSpuddington.
That's my favourite so far.
How's it going, everyone?
Also known as Super Spud. Also known as Pyrocynical's replacement when he was on holiday.
I'm Discover.
Also known as Destiny fan number 1.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that.
One.
That's the only thing we're going to talk about the whole podcast is Destiny.
Destiny is...
which saddens me.
It is. This guy has to play Destiny every day.
I've signed a contract.
How long have you gone not playing Destiny?
How long? I'd say about 2 months. That was
wow, that's a long time.
In a row?
That is. In a row, yeah. Yeah. I think during that time I was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is also
oh my god, you go from Destiny to Weeb so quickly.
Don't fucking chat shit about Goku-san. I love Goku-san.
I'm gonna need you to give us a anime gasp 2017.
Summer.
I don't know any anime words or anything, but I'll just go.
I think summer means how. Is it? Does it mean bastard?
I don't even know. It means something.
I swear it does. Yeah, I think it's like a curse word or something.
It means something. Well, yeah. We're gonna have to get Bing Translate on this.
Bing Translate.
Who uses Bing Translate?
Bing Translate is even worse than Google Translate.
But McSpuddington, we're going to need you to do some shouting and some arguing in this podcast because you're like our Keemstar. Like, he promotes Rust and just talks about Rust all the time because he's got shares in it. We all know you've got shares in Destiny. Don't lie to us. You don't have to kind of make it a ruse. Like, oh, I love Destiny. Like, we all know that that there's some money going on in there, and you got to just mindlessly promote it all the time.
I will try my best. Like I tried my best to fight Atheon in the Destiny Vault of Glass raid. Link in the description.
Oh my god.
And if you need a quick boost to level 30, you can buy that as a DLC exclusive.
You can. It's in the collector's edition, £50 from Game. Link in the description.
Or GameStop or other alternative retailers.
Or GameStop, GameFAQs, 123 Cheats, one of those.
GameFAQs, is that a real thing?
Yeah, that's
It's been
a thing for a long time. That was the main place to go for fucking cheats when I was in middle school, high school.
Dude, when I was on GTA 4, that was all I fucking went on.
Oh no, see, what I used to do is I used to just go on one website and then make a whole folder full of GTA San Andreas cheats, and then I just wouldn't have to go online anymore. I'd just have this big folder that me and my friend used to share between our houses. Have a whale of a time. It was fantastic.
I never thought about doing that. It didn't really bother me. Just just going online.
Put it in plastic wallets as well. Waterproof. There you go.
Fucking hell, waterproof.
Yeah, it was
almost as waterproof as the don't touch me's that you can drop in the Destiny raid. Link in the description.
Oh my god!
look, the only link I'm putting in the description is Pwnage Energy, 10% off if you use code Wolf. So
there's also another link. Power of Scorry helps boost your super up really high. Destiny 2, link in the description.
Destiny 2?
Destiny 2. That comes out in September.
I'm willing to bet you already have it pre-ordered, don't you?
I don't, actually.
Oh my god. Destiny Superfan doesn't have Destiny 2 pre-ordered yet.
This sounds like one of those satirical news articles. Major Destiny fan hasn't quite got enough money to pre-order Destiny 2 yet.
Oh, man. I don't know why Destiny gets... Well, I do see why it gets so much hassle, but, I enjoy it for its flaws. I enjoy it.
See, there was one time... I never played Destiny, and I've seen people play it a bit, and I'm like, but I've never really been too interested in it. But the one time I had just the tiniest spark of interest was when I saw, a cinematic trailer, and I saw this person who sort of resembled Peter Quill, otherwise known as Star-Lord, and then did a super jump over some people and shot them from behind. I was like, is this a Guardians of the Galaxy game? And I was like, oh no, it's Destiny. No, fuck that. No, I'm not doing that.
It was literally like a spark of interest.
See, I'll give the game this. When I played it, I had fun, but the thing is, I didn't have enough fun to keep playing. Once you go through and you start beating everything, you just start to realize that all this game is the same 3 missions replayed over and over again in different areas.
It literally is. See, that was like how I was, because I think when I bought it, I think like a month after it came out, I got it on the PlayStation, and obviously I have no friends on the PlayStation. I'm more of an Xbox dude. So I beat the story, I had to go in PvP, and then that was it. I turned it off until like, a year later when I got into the Xbox One. Then I found the little group I was in. So now we're doing raids more or less every day.
So originally you were just like a normal person, like a normal member of the public, and you played Destiny, and you're like, oh, this is somewhat mediocre, and then somebody like transformed you like a year later.
Well, yeah, the thing is, I started off playing with because I've got family members that play it, so I was like, oh, dude, let me get in on some of that Destiny action. Give me some of that Destiny action. And so I got an Xbox. Well, that was actually the first game I bought, and then just kind of went from that. It was just us 3, like me, an uncle and a cousin, and then there was loads of Facebook pages at that time as well where you can post up for raids, and we found a little group. We found a little group, and we raided over and over again, and then we made our own little Facebook group, and now we're very good friends. We actually met up one time as well in Liverpool.
Wow, look at that!
Yeah,
branching
when I'm a
out.
pub crawl.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't meet up and say, "Look at this! I've had a Destiny T-shirt made for you, and it's even fragranted." And they say, "Does it smell of chloroform to you?" And then suddenly you're waking up and anyway, that's for another day. So it's somewhat suspicious, or should I say convenient, that both the Destiny group and Facebook are involved in some way.
It's a good What is this, the fucking Freemasons? The Stonecutters?
It's like peasant tier social media. LMAO who did this.
Bruh.
You gotta do it like Jules would always bug me to play Destiny, and he was a Callum. He's on every single fucking day.
You mentioned this briefly, I think, when we had a cup of coffee on the podcast, and you were saying like the thing is, as soon as it comes out, like Destiny 2, that's like just the one person's going to be inviting us all the time. Yeah.
So what had happened was Brandon and I were pretty excited after playing the beta to get Destiny, and then that's when we pre-ordered it and everything. I got the nice pre-order Sparrow, the nice fancy pre-order Sparrow.
Yeah.
And then we played the full game, and then that's when we realized, wait, this is just the beta. The beta was the game.
There was a lot of what do I call it? Not theories, but there have been a lot of controversy saying like Destiny 1 was like a massive fucking beta gameplay, which is understandable because the game, it's not exactly the most reliable game in the world. Let's say that.
Yeah,
I feel like as consoles have upgraded, so like with next gen stuff. Or sorry, current gen. If you're going to be a salty bastard about it,
dude,
I feel like as stuff has kind of developed, games are just crash more. I'm like, why? Why are you making these like beefier consoles, which are like, and the games are more broken and crash more and are more incomplete than games on like the 360 and even the PS2? Like,
yeah, I think I went across that in a video once. I was just saying back in the PS2 era, Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex. There were you didn't notice many game-breaking glitches, but then that was when they didn't have internet connectivity, or it wasn't well known then because PlayStation Network was on PS2.
Yeah.
And but yeah, ever since the Xbox 360 and Xbox One, where it's mostly internet now, they've kind of relied more on updates, which I think is a bit of a scummy move. I think it's a bit of a bad move.
Because all games now, they don't come out as full games anymore. They come out as early access, pretending to be completed games.
Yeah.
But then the company just keeps pushing out updates saying, oh, they're updates, but you're just finishing the game.
Have you noticed that every game comes with a season pass now?
Yeah.
The only games I used to see season passes for were Call of Duty, maybe Battlefield, but now even Dead Rising 4 has a season pass, a single player game. What?
It's acceptable for for Call of Duty, which is mostly online multiplayer now. That's fair enough, but for a game like you said, Dead Rising 4, which is primarily single player, then that's
I mean,
fucking
do
dumb.
you want to know how much the season pass costs? Right, bearing in mind for games like Call of Duty where you get like 4 map packs, which are worth about £12 here.
Okay.
The season passes are about £40. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you save like £10 in the long run, and it's like, what makes me laugh is it's like 4 DLCs, 1 great price, and you're like, it's not really a great price, is it? Really?
That's
just for
you're
like a couple extra
paying
maps?
like fucking. You're paying full retail price for the game, which is £50 about that,
Yeah,
and then you're spending more or
Full
less the
retail
same
price
amount.
again.
They're
Yeah,
basically buying
Fucking
2
DLC.
games. Like, I didn't mind season passes when they first started because they started around like $20. I mean, $20
Yeah.
for some good DLC is a pretty decent deal.
Exactly.
But then
yeah.
now they cost just as much as the game, but you're not getting anything more.
So, yeah, exactly. And the thing as well with Call of Duty this year, this isn't what I was going to say. I'm going off a bit of tangent here, but like with Call of Duty this year, they milked it so much because obviously you got Infinite Warfare and you got Modern Warfare Remastered.
Yeah.
So they're charging you again for the Modern Warfare Remastered DLC, like all the old DLC, but just again. But like as to make up for it, and I think it's more expensive than it used to be as well. Like apparently it was like $12 or whatever originally, and now it's like $15 like for the DLC, which we've already had like 10 years ago. But to make up for it not being like exactly brand new content, they're giving you 10 supply drops. Oh, that's fantastic! 10 supply
Oh,
drops.
what those
Yeah.
microtransactions.
Which
Oh.
are things you're gonna probably not get anything good out of, and you can't
Exactly.
resell to get money back.
Yeah, it's going to be like, you can't even resell it like on these games. It's just,
Yeah,
it's
like this
the
is
thing.
gonna
On
age
console,
me
you
a
can't
bit,
either.
but this is just bringing me back to like Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty 4, where a map pack of 4 maps was $5 or $10, and now they're $20
Yeah, exactly.
for 4 maps.
Like,
You're getting the same amount of content, but you're paying $10 to $15 more than you used to back in the day.
and they never do sales on these like DLCs anymore, because I remember I got the map pack. It's like the first map pack, I think, with the like the TV center from Charlie Don't Surf and Chinatown, like maps like that, and like the firing range and stuff.
Yeah.
That map pack I think I bought for like £3.50, which is probably like $5 like on sale. Now you're like for those maps remastered now you have to pay like £12, and I don't think it's ever going to drop below like full price, and if it will, it'll be like a measly like £2 you save or whatever.
Yeah, it's pretty
But at the
fucking
same time,
ridiculous.
Activision are making money again through. I mean, I don't think many people are buying the DLC for Infinite Warfare. Luckily, like I kind of expected Activision to do this, and like if they did it, it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever because they're just like such a fucking terrible company. But I thought they would have done like doubled up to Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered DLC for like like £20-30.
Yeah, because they were like sold at the same time as well, weren't they?
Yeah. And like, it's just bad. bad stuff, bro. I was gonna say though, before any of this, that the one game which surprised me the most, and surprise, it also came from Activision, was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. Now you know how legendary the Pro Skater series is for like Tony Hawk. Like that made like skating games pretty much, didn't it? Like set it in concrete for like skate and stuff like that.
Oh man, I love the Tony
And-
Hawk skate. Well, the
yeah,
old Tony
like-
Hawk skating game.
Yeah, like Pro Skater games are classics, and like Pro Skater 4 like changed it from the kind of closed off 2-minute challenges and stuff like that in like small areas to actually having like a free roam Tony Hawk skating game, which was like
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
new then. And then Pro Skater 5, oh my god, it was like the biggest cash and grab ever. They were like, oh shit, our license is running out. They were like, what can we shit out in like 2 months? And they got a mobile, like a mobile game developer. So they made games like Temple Run, Hunger Games Edition and shit like that to make this Pro Skater game. And basically, on release day, well, they'd ran out of time. So on release day, they gave out all the discs, and all was on the disc was the tutorial of the game. And then as soon as you entered it into your... So if you weren't connected to the internet, you would literally have to do the tutorial and nothing else. So as soon as you connected to the internet, as soon as you put it in, it would be like an 8 gigabyte update. Well, quote unquote update, sorry. Which was actually just the whole game being downloaded onto the disc.
Wow.
It's
That's really
insane.
bad.
Oh,
That's
bad.
like
lazy can you get?
that's a whole Fox Fantastic Four kind of situation there. Oh my god, we're running out of... We're going to lose our copyright. We got to shit something out.
Oh, yeah, for sure, yeah. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
dude. You know what? Who'd made it? Was it Robomodo, was it?
Yeah, Roman
Like,
Rider, yeah.
they were the same dudes that made fucking what was it? Tony Hawk's Shred, was it?
Yeah, Shred. I've got the what's it called? The skateboard for
The actual
it.
skate.
Here.
Yeah, I have got it. I know. Like when I was younger, like I think about 14, 15 years old, I was fucking loving it. But now it's like it's just fucking
Honestly,
dumb.
yeah, like I had it, and at the time I was so stoked to play it. And when I was playing it, I remember just having a fun time. But at the same time, there was like barely anything to it. It was kind of like downhill jam.
Like,
Apart from it was just constant, like you were just constantly going downhill on this skateboard, and it was just like, oh look, you can play as your avatar. Isn't that exciting? They made 2 of those games. I cannot believe that they made 2 of those games, and you had to have a different skateboard for each game. But apparently, only about 3,000 copies were sold of Shred. So me and you, we had one of the copies.
Oh man, like back then I'd be like, oh shit, that's cool. But now I'm just like, oh.
One of these days, I need to crack it back out again and give it a go, because it was fun. But like, you got to think, there's only so much you can do with a plastic board which you're standing on in your front room, like your living room.
With infrared sensors.
See, when
yeah.
Shred first came out, and I seen that, like, I'm pretty sure it came out when I was working at Zellers, because I remember seeing it, like, back in electronics. And all I could think of, like, looking at that game was, that looks like the stupidest fucking thing ever. It looks like a hunk of plastic, and as soon as anybody tries to do anything on it, it's just going to snap and break.
Honestly, it's very versatile. I'll give it that. It's very strong. Like, and because it's slippery, because of the plastic, and I've got like a wooden floor. I haven't got carpet, so like I used to prop it up against stuff in my room, and it would just fall over, and it must have fallen over like 30 times, and it's still like just really, really sturdy. But like the thing is, you can't do shit on it. Like you can lean forward for a nollie, lean back for an ollie, lean side to side for like kick flip or pop shove it and stuff like that, and that's it. Pretty much. It's like what am I meant to do?
It's just like the game kind of like plays itself as well, because like in Downhill Jam it was like on this one route, and you couldn't like move left or right or something. You were on like a fixed path, and like what you said all we could do is just fucking like kick flips and all this, which is fucking dumb.
Well, I'll tell you a bit of Tony Hawk trivia here. Downhill Jam is based on the original, like before Pro Skater. Like when they were developing Pro Skater, they were like, that was the concept they had, was that like it was kind of more of a race. Like you'd start at the top of a hill and go down and do all these tricks and stuff as you're going down off these ramps and stuff, and you'd collect skate and things like that and the videotape as you're going down the hill. But then at the bottom, whilst you waited for everyone else to finish the races and stuff, there was just a skate park you could skate around in and just like do whatever you wanted. And then like they got loads of test players to do it, and like pretty much all the test players were like, we just kind of enjoyed being in the skate park at the end, to be honest. So they're like, oh, okay, we'll just fuck the downhill jam thing. We'll just make skate parks. So that's the origin of it, really.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, they paid homage to it though, because obviously they made Downhill Jam. I mean, I don't know why they decided that was a good idea, because that even kind of bombed as well. They were like, let's make a game off the idea which failed in the first place. But I think it's in Pro Skater 2 or something like that. There is actually a map called Downhill Jam, or Downhill or something like that, which is cool.
Well, what do you know?
Fun facts.
Fucking the more you know. Cue theme tune.
We should do a I'm dangerously close to 300 subscribers, which I think definitely makes me big enough to do a Did You Know gaming. Well, I'll have about 3 facts, and it'll be about like 40 seconds long.
Oh my god! See, you guys are just here talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but you know what I was doing? I played a little bit of Tony Hawk's, but you know what I liked more? What? Matt Hoffman's BMX.
Oh, don't! Oh no!
I played so much of that game. I remember, alright, like legit though, I distinctly remember one part of this game, and it was, I had my friend Brandon over, different Brandon, not cup of coffee.
Brandon Munson.
Oh, shout out to Brandon Munson, subscribe.
I love him, subscribe to him.
So, there was one mission that, well not mission, I guess, some trial that we had to do, and I forget what it was. I forget if it was like, it was either you had to get a certain height, or you had to do a certain amount of spins. If it was the amount of spins you had to do, I think it was you had to do a certain amount of spins, but we had to get so high in order to do it. But I remember going back and forth and taking forever to do it, and he was getting like really fucking angry with it. And then like after I had been off of it for a while, and I went back after him, and I went and did it, and I think I did it like the next try after him, or like a try or two afterwards, and I could just see in his face that he was like angry that it wasn't him that finally got it.
Yeah, I think they tried to kind of implement BMX stuff into some of them. Like they put it into American Wasteland, I know that, and that's the worst part of American Wasteland because the bike mechanics are so fucking terrible. It's just so it's just a ball ache to do.
No.
But what you just said, Tyler, just kind of reminded me of when me and my friend literally we'd spend like the whole night just on an old GTA game like Vice City, or it was usually San Andreas actually. But then we just try and grind through the game, and there'd just be some missions which is like they're so hard. I don't even understand like why they were so hard, to be honest. But yeah, I know that feeling of just like doing the same thing over and over again. Jesus
I think
Christ.
one of the times I had to do that, I was playing Tony Hawk's Underground 2, which had Bam Margera.
Hell yeah.
Bob Burnquist. Bit of Wee Man. You guys like Jackass?
Yeah. Wasn't Preston in it? Preston Lacey was in it, wasn't he?
Was he? No, I know Phil Margera was in there. He was like the dude in the pants.
Yeah,
the dude in the
I didn't
pants.
know that. I didn't know that it was him.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know if you've ever beat it, but like at the very end, there's like the whole fucking like skate park's on fire. Spoiler alert: the whole skate park's on fire, and you've actually got to like make it through the whole skate park without touching the floor.
Love that mission.
Holy fucking shit, that was so hard. Oh man,
love that mission.
I remember just like smacking my freaking fist on the bed in like pure anger and like going to throw the controller, but then realizing like fuck, I'm only like 10 years old. I can't afford another controller.
Yeah.
And then when I'd done it, Jesus Christ, I shouted the fucking house down. I was so happy.
Yeah, I remember that map actually.
Was that the first one Bam Margera was in?
I think so. So they did the like World Destruction tour, didn't they? Something like that.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
I remember
to go, like, Barcelona and all that.
I remember watching Jackass, and I watched Jackass before playing any Tony Hawk's game. And I went and started playing a Tony Hawk's game, and I seen Bam Margera, and I was like, why the fuck is he in a skating game?
Yeah.
I was so confused, but I was like, he's on Jackass. I'm going to play him all the time. And that's the guy, that's who I played as every time.
I tell you what game which was pretty sick was the Jackass game. I mean, it's probably pretty terrible looking back at it, but I just remember playing it on like, I think it might have been on PS2. That shit was great. So there's a few things, like, I don't want to keep going off in tangents here, but you're reminding me of like different things here. First thing I want to say is about raging. I remember fucking raging out Finding Nemo so much on Game Boy Advance that I had bite marks in my Game Boy Advance. Like there was all bite marks around the rim. I used to get so pissed off at that game. That was early rage quitting. Also talking about rage quit, I was telling you guys before, but I think Tyler was a bit out of it. I was just playing some Modern Warfare Remastered, playing some Cage Match. The classic one-on-one. I think we're playing Backlot, which is a massive map for Cage Match. And so we're just quick scoping, and this guy just like starts following me around the spawns. One of those sad asses who knows like every spawn on the map and just follows me around. So he kills me like 3 times, and I make a comeback of like 3 kills. And first 2 kills I'm just running around. 3rd kill, I hear him running like nearby, so I stop, and I'm like, shit, where's he coming from? And then suddenly I hear him run past like this container I was behind. I turned around, walked, and then like just shot him. And then, I get my radar. I see that he's standing still, and I was like, oh, he's trying to bait me. He's probably camping because he knows I got radar. And then suddenly I see him send me a message and leave the game straight after. And he just says, get cancer camper. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, there's a guy who's spawn trapping me. And then it says, I said, maybe when I start camping, LMAO, comma, sad. And then he said, get cancer, retard. Like, he's a bit like a broken record at this point. So, get cancer, retard. I said, original, I'll rate 5 stars on Yelp. And then he went offline.
Oh, my God. Remember, Brody, always remember, spawn trappers are one above campers. All right?
Yeah, they are the master race above campers. Let me just name and shame. Capital K, lowercase a, capital Z.
Oh, he's not got one of those names, has he?
Lowercase u, uppercase U, uppercase L, Kazul. What a fucking
Oh,
awkward
my.
name to name and shame.
I fucking hate cunts like that where it's like capital C, like fucking what you said, capital letter,
Every other
lowercase
thing is
letter.
a lowercase.
just have a nice name like me. TCT Guitar Man.
Exactly. McSpuddington, Scorch, D12 Scorch. That's even good enough. But they're the sort of dickheads that you see with like the triple X underscore and like using fucking dollar signs in the names and.
I remember it's quite sad though going on my 360 and looking at my my friends list, because I remember it would be like after you hadn't been on your Xbox for like such a long time, it wouldn't even say like last on like 3 weeks ago. It would just say offline, and it was like, oh, that's really sad because like they don't use it anymore. But like I just remember I had like this massive list of people X. Yeah, I got XMG X Blades, XR Wales RX. XX Clunge Bob XX.
Clunge Bob.
Yeah,
that's fucking boss.
The one thing I always hated about Xbox Live though was like finding people you like playing with and adding them, but then they have such a weird fucking name that you don't really know what to call them because no matter what way you call them, it sounds fucking weird.
Yeah,
I saw some beef going on with this like just this whiny kid on a Rancid album. It was just like the weirdest place to go, just like a 90s punk album, and it's just like this kid going like, I jammed to this when my parents are being fags. Oh my god! I was losing. It was like 3 years ago though, and I was losing. I was getting pissed off watching this. I was like, oh my god, this guy's so annoying. And it was just this whole thread going on. He was just calling everybody fags. I was like, fucking hell, this guy's almost as original as sorry, what was his name? Kazul. Rating 5 stars on Yelp. I'll get to that later. At the end of it, some guy was like, their name was like chat blah 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 blah, and it was just like a sentence as a username, and then somebody just kept referring to him as like chat. I was like, such a weird thing.
What the fuck?
just a random verb. I'm like, okay.
Oh my god. All right, so there was this. I think this was on Call of Duty 4 because I think it was on. I think it happened on Ambush or Strike. It might have been Strike, but I was playing with some friends, and there was. Was it? It was. I always forget if it was Call of Duty or Halo Reach. Ooh. It was one of those. But I was playing with some friends, and there was like this hillbilly kid on our team who kept talking, and like we were fucking teenagers and we were assholes, so we were like making fun of the kid, like mocking his accent and everything because it was like straight Southern accent.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden he just stopped talking.
Oh no.
And then his brother came on and he was like, "Oh, I bet you feel happy making the kid cry." Oh, and then he also had a really thick, like, Southern accent, and then we started mocking him. Oh. We were fucking terrible.
Oh, I don't know how anybody could get could get bullied by you when you were 18, Tyler. You were like a 12-year-old. Fucking hell.
Oh, it was so bad. But we were like mocking his voice, and then the kid disappeared, and his brother or something came on and was going on about, "Oh, I bet you feel good now. You made him cry. You made a kid cry." And then we just start mocking him. we were very mature.
Oh. Yeah, instead of being like, "Oh, we just made a kid who was trying to have fun cry," you were just like, "Oh, he's got the same accent."
Dude, we're fucking twins.
Like, no shit, his brother's got the same accent.
Well, slap my thigh and call me Cletus.
Jesus.
So I think we kept calling them hillbillies as well, and then his brother came and we were like, "Shut up, hillbilly," or some shit like that.
Just shut him down like that. Shut up, hillbilly. Kick.
It had to have been between like the age 16 and 18. There was that time where I was one of the problems on Xbox Live.
Oh no. I remember one time I was playing on MW2, and I just remember I can't remember. I don't think I was using my headset, like, because I just never used to use my headset because I was never confident. Like, I just didn't like talking and stuff. But I remember these people, they kept sending me voice messages, and they were just like, in the end, they were like, I bet you still use the headset which came with your Xbox. And I was like, What? Like, what is this insult? I was like, I don't even know.
I bet you don't have a fucking Turtle Beach.
Yeah, I was probably like
Fucking
a very young teenager, which is quite sad because but like, yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? Because at the time I didn't even know. I was like, why would I buy another headset? And I was saying to my friend who like, I mean, he knew and stuff because he like had all these different headsets and stuff, and I was just like, but it works. I was like, it's not broken, so why would I need another one? I don't understand.
See, that's what I liked about the ones that came with the Xbox though, because they were so flimsy and easy to break, and I would break them a lot, but they were so cheap you just go buy another one.
I know it was like 20 quid, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody wanted them, so you could just buy them off people. Fantastic.
Yeah, like you'd go to EB, GameStop or whatever, and they'd have a whole freaking thing of like secondhand ones. You'd be like, well, it works perfectly fine. Give me that. That's the cheapest one.
Yeah. Right, so I think Callum, could you just start talking about Destiny 2? Now, I only say this now is because I just want to quickly check on my food in the oven, and I really don't care about Destiny. So fire away. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Welcome to the part of the podcast where I drone on and on to fill the time in. The topic of talk is Destiny 2. It's a good game. The trailer was very nice looking, but there was no gameplay.
You can't say it's a good game yet because you haven't played it.
That's true. I'm overhyping. I'm contradicting myself. Watch my video I made on overhyping, link in the description. And self promotion. No, but the thing is, like, because I've played Destiny and I'm a fan of it, so I think I'm gonna end up enjoying it no matter what. That's the thing. Yeah.
Like, the only thing that's like gravitating me towards Destiny 2 is the fact that it's actually going to be on PC this time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that they've stopped compatibility with the PC, because, like, the pause menu and the whole fucking, the whole, like, navigating the menus and shit. I would have thought that, if anything, they were going to go to PC, or, favour PC with all the DLCs and all that.
Yeah.
Which was quite surprising, because, like, the way you move around in the menus, it's like a cursor. Like, you don't, like, select the tile, or,
yeah, exactly.
Which is fucking dumb. But
which would work absolutely fine. Like, the menus and everything, I feel like it would work even better on PC.
Exactly, yeah. Which fucking, yeah. But yeah, it's still a good game, I'd say.
See, the thing that pissed me off the most about Destiny was the fact that they were marketing it as an MMO when it's not an MMO. Because, like, the cities can only hold, like, what? It was, like, 10 people or something like that? 12 people?
Yeah. And, I mean, yeah, that was pretty dumb. And, like,
and then same with, like, when you actually go into areas, you rarely run into anybody because there's people in so many different phases.
Yeah, I mean, they tried, they kind of, like, tried to, what's the word? Tried to, increase the probability, like, meeting more players, because they made, like, things like, in The Taken King, they made the Court of Oryx, and in The Rise of Iron, they made the Archon's Forge, which are basically like you put in an offer in, like, hard, easy, or medium, and people from, like, no matter where they are in the map, they can join. So, like, you could be playing with, like, some complete random stranger, and you get, like, bounties done and all that, which is fair enough. But even then, like, the chances of you coming across some people, it's still pretty slim.
Yeah. And then when you do, it's nothing like an MMO where sometimes you might, like, start talking to the person and be like, hey, you want some help with so-and-so and all that kind of shit. Yeah, that never happened when I ran into people. When I ran into people, it was just fighting for kills when you needed kills.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, in Destiny as well, like, I know this is the same in all fucking PvPs, but, like, they've got like things like called the Iron Banner, which, special events.
Mm-hmm.
So you get different game modes, like, but Control, which is, like, domination, and was one of the main game mode, but like, because of how the community is, it's all like fucking, they were all in it for the kills, which is aggravating, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
you're, like,
I never played much of the PvP because I played it a bit, but I always felt it was really unbalanced.
Yeah,
I feel like they really didn't balance the PvP very well.
I don't know, because I remember, if you hover over it, it will say light level disabled, which I thought, which is obviously what it means, like, because if you're, like, light level 400, you're level 40, and if you're going up against someone with 200 light level, and they've just gotten past level 10, you're still like on like an even playing field. But in things like Iron Banner, they've enabled light advantages. So if you're 400, you're obviously going to shit over the 200.
Right.
You get me, which is good.
But I mean, that's the same as, like, say, World of Warcraft. When you go into PvP, and if you're just starting PvP, so you have no PvP gear, but you're against somebody that has PvP gear, they're going to kill you in, like, 2 seconds flat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, if that's what you mean, then yeah, definitely. Because you've got, like, certain bits of armor that make you invisible upon getting hit by a melee attack. You can, go invisible. Well, I've already said that. You got you got weapons that if you get a headshot kill, it will send out like these homing like missile sort of things. Like, if anyone's watching this and played Destiny, it's called the Outbreak Prime, and you get it from doing Wrath of the Machine Raid as well. Link in the description. And see, I'm weaving them in. But yeah, once you get like a precision kill or you land enough hits, then these things called like Seaver Mites go off, and they branch off and kill anyone nearby, and it's pretty fucking powerful, to be fair. Which, like you said, if you're like new to the PvP thing, that's gonna really fucking piss you off. It pissed me off, definitely.
Yeah, like I forget because it's been a while since I played, but is it even possible to get like the better gear for PvP without playing PvP, so that you can at least gear up before starting?
Yeah, there is. To get better weapons, you're better off going into like the raids, and because since House of Wolves, they've introduced like non PvP ways to level up. But because like if you play House of Wolves, there's this thing called Prison of Elders, which is basically horde mode, so it's like survival, and
Right.
They've also included, like in the Taken King, they included quests which unlock, weapons, bits of armor, and different modes as well. But yeah, that will level you up. That will get you to a decent enough level to get in the Crucible. I mean, yeah, just punch a few heads in, shoot a few bullets.
See, I never bothered with the PvP because I played it a couple times and I was like, this is just kind of fucking dumb. Everything feels so unbalanced, and I'm in here with like not as good weapons as everybody else, and I feel like I'm dying quicker.
Yeah, there are definitely good guns and there are shit guns.
There's one thing that annoyed me the most. Like when I pre-ordered it, I got it on PS3.
Right.
So that's where I had that pre-order bonus, the Sparrow, the pre-order Sparrow.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I had stopped playing it after a while, and then that's around the time the Taken King was coming out.
Yeah.
And that's when my bud Jules was bugging me to start playing again. He's like, oh, just transfer your character over to PS4, get Taken King. So I finally broke down and went and got it, transferred my character and everything, and I go down in my inventory,
Yeah.
I go to my Sparrow, and I see it. I see the pre-order Sparrow right there, and I go to click it. Unavailable.
What?
It did not bring my pre-order bonus.
What the fuck?
So I see it's there, that I have it, but I cannot use it. That pissed me off so much.
Oh, that would piss me off, man. Oh. Fucking hell. I think the same... Like, I think I pre-ordered Taken King, and with like as a pre-order incentive, you get these 3 weapons. You get like 3 Shuros weapons, which if you've played Destiny, you'll know Shuros they make decent guns. And so I got them. I expected them to be a good light level, but they were like 20, if not 30 light levels higher than my original weapons, which was I thought was a bit cheeky. I wasn't happy. I felt cheated. Yeah, and I think the same sort of thing with Rise of Iron, because I pre-ordered that, and if you've played Destiny again, the Galahorn, which is basically it's a boss killer. Honestly, like if you're gonna win a raid, you need at least like 2 Galahorns in the raid, and in Rise of Iron it was making a comeback because obviously with it being year 2, they needed more weapons and they didn't bring every other weapon in. So like the Icebreaker, for example, that didn't get brought in until Rise of Iron. So there was that initial gap in year 2. But yeah, for the pre-order incentive, it was Iron Galahorn. So I'm expecting it to be like, the maximum light level, or somewhere around that. But no, it was like it was like light level 3, literally just number 3.
Oh,
exactly.
like what's the point?
I know, but you could infuse it, or you could infuse another Galahorn into it, to make it the same light level. But still, like you bought that thinking, oh cool, I get a Galahorn early, but then you get it and it's like
just kidding.
3. You got pranked, you fucking bitch. Give us money. Spend time on
pranked.
that game.
Got him.
These nuts. Fucking hell. Oh man.
My one problem with I'm still the it being on PC is still the only thing kind of drawing me towards trying Destiny 2. But the fact that by the sounds of it, the only way to be able to get the beta is to pre-order is kind of annoying to me.
Yeah.
So I don't find it worth it at that point to pre-order to get the beta. But there's 2 things. If I get it, I want to play it, and if I don't like it, I want to be able to return it. But there's 2 different ways that I can go about it. So I can either get it on Steam for $80, if it goes on Steam. It's not even on there yet. That's if it goes on Steam. It's Activision, right? So
yeah.
odds are it'll go on Steam anyway. So if I get it on Steam, I can get it, play it for 2 hours, and if I don't like it, I can return it. But if I do like it, I spent $80. Or I can go on Amazon, and with Prime, I get it for $60. So I can pre-order it and get it, but if I don't like it, I can't return it to Amazon.
Oh, so
I'm pretty sure they don't do returns on that. But then if I do like it, it was only $60.
Yeah, so it's...
But either way, if it happens with Amazon, I can't return it at all. Either way, I spend the money.
I just want to apologise to both you, Tyler, and anybody who's watching at this point. For I got a call, so I had to take that. And you've just been talking about Destiny 2 for the whole time, I assume.
Oh, shit.
I just come back to hear you say, talk about, pre-ordering it. And I'm like, oh, no, it's still going on. Why?
I fucking love Destiny, man. I think it's a very poorly received game. But I get why people don't like it.
At least, it's the first step is admitting it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just want to quickly mention. So I think we're getting on a bit now, and also Prison Break season 5 starts.
Oh my god, you and your fucking Prison Break!
I've never watched Prison Break.
I've only mentioned it whilst I'm talking to you, on a podcast. I think, other than that, that's it. I haven't even been that hyped for it. I think the only time I've ever mentioned it is to you.
It still seems like you're hyped for it because in the last 2 you've brought it up, and you've brought it up in group chat.
Might also seem like he's overhyped. You shouldn't get overhyped. Link in the description for the overhyping video.
And also enter the giveaway, the card giveaway in a minute.
I'm giving away a shiny Stoutland.
Shiny Charizard.
HP. No, fuck shiny Charizard. You want a shiny Lily? Shiny Lily supporter card. I bought 3 Sun and Moon packet. I don't
know what you're talking about anymore. Yeah. Prison Break season 5, pretty excited anyway. There's a prison, they got to break out of it. It's just self-explanatory and it's exciting stuff. I just wanted to say before we wrap things up, wrap up episode 3, which is now titled Destiny 2. Talk about Destiny 2 for 40 minutes. Thor Ragnarok. Is it Ragnarok? The third one?
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yeah, the trailer dropped today. A quote-unquote teaser trailer.
Teaser. It wasn't a fucking teaser. It was a full fucking trailer.
It was a full-on trailer, yeah.
Yeah, as Jack Film said, they pretty much showed... They showed the right amount they should show in a normal trailer, in the teaser trailer. So the normal trailer is actually going to give away the ending. They're just going to end the
So you see, because that's what they called the teaser, but that's what a normal trailer should be. So yeah, you're right. They're going to come out with a full trailer, and it's going to give away so much of the plot.
Yep.
It's going to probably give away as much as the plot as the Homecoming trailer did.
Yeah, and I'm not going to watch it this time. I already know.
I'm not. The Ragnarok one, that was enough to be like, all right, this is interesting enough to me to go watch it.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks
does.
good, yeah.
Like, it looks like... What it looks like they're doing is... Because there's that whole, like, arena where Thor and the Hulk are at the end.
Yeah.
And I know there's a storyline. I forget what it's called. It might just be, like, Champions or, like, Champions Arena or something. But in the comics, there's an arena where, like... These people will go around the galaxies, like all the galaxies, and grab like random people from places and bring them here to fight in their Champions Arena or something like that. And I think that's what they're doing there, which would explain why Hulk is there, because they go around finding. Yeah, they go around. If it's the same as the comic, I'm pretty sure like what they do is they go around finding the strongest heroes or like
they probably will
beings.
And it's Jeff Goldblum as well.
Yeah. And that he's going to turn into the Fly at the end, and he's going to be like the main boss of the arena.
Oh, God.
He's going to have a dinosaur running up behind him, fucking T-Rex coming. But what I'm thinking is that the events of Ragnarok are probably taking place around the time of Civil War.
Yeah.
Because they bring up the fact in Civil War, where's Thor and Hulk? But nobody knows where they are.
And also, Planet Hulk's coming up soon, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
But that's in like 2019 maybe, so like 2 years now. But I don't know where that's going to be in the storyline. But if like the people from that arena going around the galaxy getting different people, you can imagine that when Hulk goes off to like whatever it is in Planet Hulk, like it could be something like that could tie into it or something like that.
Yeah.
Like how he gets there. But when's Infinity War? Like part 1?
It's supposed to be 2018, I believe.
Oh, right. So I don't know if that's before or after it. It might make sense to make a Hulk film before Infinity War, just kind of explain what's been going on with that.
Unless they push stuff because of the new things coming out, but I'm pretty sure like when all the new movies first got announced, it was part 1 was 2018 and part 2 was 2019, but maybe they've pushed it by now because they've kind of like added in some new stuff since then. So who knows if it's got pushed or not? Because I know the Inhumans movie got kicked out and that was replaced with Homecoming.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Yeah, because Inhumans is now going to be apparently supposed to be a TV show.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'd love to join in on this conversation, but I know literally nothing about films.
I was going to say about what's it called? The Thor trailer is that the start of it where he's just like, "Now you're probably wondering how I got here." I was like,
I thought that was so fucking corny.
The fucking meme, the Megamind meme.
Hi.
But also. Also about the like remakes of films and stuff like that, was like you reminded me of. Jack was reading out a list last night he read of Disney films they're going to remake. So obviously they'd done like Jungle Book.
Ain't Mulan getting remade as well? I heard that.
Mulan's being remade, but also it's being remade is apparently Winnie the Pooh. Like how? I don't understand.
Why?
I do not understand how they're going to do Winnie the Pooh. Maleficent, even though they did that about 4 or 5 years ago.
I believe it's Maleficent.
I believe it's... I don't know.
I think it's Maleficent.
It's Maleficent, Maleficent,
I don't know.
you dyslexic fuck.
I'm not dyslexic, I'm just bad with English.
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, and Pinocchio. I believe it.
Pinocchio.
Actually, like last night I'm stealing jokes here because last night
what are you, Amy Schumer?
Jack did no, I'd have to talk about my vagina for that. Jack did mention like he said Maleficent or Maleficent or whatever. He said it like completely wrong, and then he just says like Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
But yeah, apparently they're doing a oh my god, I can't even say it anymore. Pinocchio. Apparently they're doing that, like, which is beyond me, but.
I really don't understand why Disney is making all these live-action remakes of their cartoons.
So they don't have to write movies anymore. They just get the stuff which did well like 20 years ago, or like actually much older than that. Some like the old cartoon ones, like 50, 60 years, and they're like, we'll just remake it into a film. Like, okie dokie.
Just put it in CGI, mate. You'll be alright.
Yeah,
you'll be alright.
What the fuck is Winnie the Pooh gonna be like? That's gonna be scary, man. That's gonna be scary.
Oh my god, that will be fucking terrifying.
Unless it's like a full on grizzly bear just sat there eating fucking honey in a sweater. Like I just
No, I'm
imagine
gonna
that.
see the whole
With
thing.
black
It's literally
fucking
just gonna
beady
be
eyes.
the kid the whole time playing with his stuffed animals, and he's just gonna look like some crazy kid.
Yeah.
What's
Schizophrenia.
like schizophrenia or something?
Oh my god, yeah,
Talking
just
to
a
his-
really
his
dark
fucking
movie.
At the end, it's like it just like pans up from Christopher Robin, but like when it like pans further out, he's in like a padded cell, and his mum's there with like tears in her eyes through the door.
Oh my god, that's so dark.
But like for real though, when you watch the cartoon, it's just a kid playing with his stuffed toys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing a Rugrats. Like in reality, they're just like in the playpen around the house, doing baby shit, and then like in their heads, fucking hell, they're on Mars for fuck's sake.
Have you not played the PS1 game where Tommy thinks he's on the ceiling? He's on the
Fuck,
ceiling.
I
Like
fucking
Dude,
love Rugrats on PS1.
So
Don't
good.
even.
That was the
Oh my
fucking
god, I
shit.
fucking love that game.
It's
I
so
played
good.
that game so much.
it was
Oh,
amazing. And then
man.
also one where you're in the toy shop, and then you like the
You
the
going
big
around
dinosaur.
climbing the Reptar. Oh, the one
Yeah.
that annoyed
Oh,
me.
man.
I
Making
think it was in
steps.
that one where like you're in a grocery store and then there's wet floors everywhere and you're fucking slipping all over the place.
You have to like step
Yeah.
onto like the fruit stalls and that lot.
Yeah.
And when you get all like the pieces, you can like play as Reptar and just like fuck up shit, dude.
Best
Oh,
fucking game.
nostalgia, Ooh,
I wanna
nostalgia
play that
critic.
again.
It's amazing. I was watching gameplay of it like a few weeks ago. I'm sad, but I enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you very much for being on the podcast, McSpuddington / Super Spud. Leave us on. Well, I've been Brody, otherwise known as Knockout Dog. What was it? Knockout Dog.
Knockout Dog.
I don't. Yeah.
I've been Scorch or Tyler,
No, I've been.
and we always like to give our guest the final word. So
And
end
I
this
want that
however
final
you
word.
would like.
I want the final word. Actually, this is a request. I want it to be a killer pyrocynical impression. It's got to be killer.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I know I've been going on the trending topics quite a bit, but as you know, you guys don't like the Overwatch videos, so it's kind of like put me in between a rock and a hard place. Do you want videos on Tana Mongoloid, or do you want videos on me playing with some mates, with the lads, bit of that banter. So. And thank you very much for 250,000 subscribers, guys. I cannot believe it. We've done it, guys. We've actually fucking done it. And also subscribe to McSpuddington on YouTube. I make videos about Resident Evil and all that. Thank you very much.